30-minute tempo run today. Got a 5 to 10 minute warm up and cool down. I've got 10 minutes at 8:45 a mile and 20 minutes at 8 minute a mile. So that's 5:30 a kilometre and 4:45 a kilometre. And then I want to talk about carb loading before a race. So yeah, see you in a bit. I wanted to say, anyone that's run a race this weekend, well done. You did amazing. Hope you all got the time that you wanted. Don't forget, conditions can play a big factor. If you didn't, you still smashed it no matter what. Well done you. If you did this one video, consider giving me a like and a follow. It really helps me out. If you're on YouTube, click the little bell icon, be notified of all my uploads. On TikTok, we're on the road to 1,000. So yeah, give me a like and a follow. Love you. Let's talk race fueling or long run fueling, shall we? So it's called carb loading. And carb loading ideally starts 3 to 4 days out from a long run or your race. Whether it's a half marathon, a 10k, or a full marathon, ultra, whatever it is. Starts 3 to 4 days out. Diet for those 3 to 4 days will be 70% carbs. The rest protein, you'll want to start cutting fibre down as well, because you don't want any stomach issues. So 70% carbs is what I would generally recommend. You should be aiming for between 8 to 10 grams of carbohydrate per kilo of body weight. This is the ideal ratio for carbs, because as a runner you can store up to 2,000 grams of carbs for your race. That's a lot. That's a lot for a race, even for a long one, but that's your fuel. And then you should be aiming for a gram per hour of exercise. So you still need to be keeping on top of the carbs that you're fueling yourself with for the long run and the race. I go to, at the moment, 2 slices of toast with jam an hour before my run or my race. And then I will take a CIS electrolyte powder in my bottle with me if I'm travelling for more or running for more than an hour. Also, my go-to at the moment is Cliff Bar blocks. They're like a carbohydrate chew, and that keeps on top of it. And I have 2 of those if I'm running a 20k, and I'll take them evenly spaced so that I'm keeping on top of the carbs that I'm putting in my body, as well as the drink that I'm having. 3 to 4 days out, start your carb load. 70% of your diet carbs, the rest protein. Start cutting down on fibre. You want to eat a good meal about an hour before your run or race. Again, made up predominantly of carbs, a little bit of protein. In those 2 to 4 days, you're aiming for between 8 to 10 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight. 3 to 4 days out from your long run or race. Day of the long run or the race, a good meal about an hour or 2 before, predominantly made up of carbs. You need to keep on top of it. If you're using Precision Nutrition, they do a carb gel that you can take half hour, 45 minutes before, or you can take your preferred choice of carb gel. Mine again at the moment are Cliff Bar blocks, predominantly a carb gel, don't have much caffeine in them. It's predominantly just carbohydrates, and at the moment I have no issues with those. An hour after you run, a good meal, predominantly made up of protein this time and carbs. But also before your long run, don't forget, in those 3 to 4 days before your long run or race, you need adequate water intake. It helps the carbs get uptaken into the body. Obviously your body uses the glycogen that is created by having these extra carbs. So don't forget, adequate water intake, about 1.5 litres to 2 litres a day for adequate hydration. You also need to carry this on during your long run or your race as well. That would be how I carb load. Carb load 3 to 4 days before with adequate water, 8 to 10 grams per kilo of body weight, 1.5 to 2 litres of water a day to help those carbs get uptaken into the body. An hour, 2 hours before your long run, have some carbs, predominantly carbs. This is what you're going to be using. Your body can store 2,000 grams of carbs for your long run or your race. So make sure you're properly adequate. Half an hour before, take a carb gel or something just to keep yourself topped up. And then you're aiming for a gram of carbs per hour of exercise. to keep yourself topped up so that you don't hit a wall or become stuck. But yeah, that would be my go-to way to carb load. And then don't forget, within an hour of the run or race, have a good meal. Again, predominantly carbs and protein. Looking at Cliff Bar, Carb Blocks, or Precision Nutrition do a carb gel that's like for a race, and they do a big packet of it, and they also can tell you the required times to take it during or before your race. That'll be my go-to, either Cliff Bar or Precision Nutrition, and that's my way that I carb load for a long run or a race. Get a website in the description for coaching. I'm a fully qualified running coach, fully qualified strength coach. My passion is Olympic lifting. I'm also a rehab coach, so if you've got an injury that you need rehabbing, hit me up. Website in the description. Tempo's done. Website in the description for coaching. That is how I coach carb loading. As long as you remember those fundamentals, you won't go wrong and fuel on your race day. But you know, I was told you, absolute legend. If you race this weekend, well done. You smashed it. I'm proud of you. Again, website in the description for coaching. Love you. Peace.